Welkom terug. Nou, die komediant Kevin Fraser het hierdie maand sy splinternuwe Suid-Afrikaanse toer bekendgestel. Africa is a feeling. En wat 'n voorreg om volgende met Kevin te gesels. Good morning, Kevin.
Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for having me on the show.
Kevin, before we get into this show, the new show that you're busy with, we just need to speak about you a little bit. You started your career as a DJ and then became this massive comedian. How did that happen?
It was almost by accident, Jennifer. It was kind of a gradual transition between wanting to do more on stage and connect with the audience just on a different level. Maybe it was also a little bit of the case of starting to empty out the dance floor because I had too much to say on the mic. So, you know, wrong environment. So I had to change the room up a bit. And then, yeah, I think, you know, social media helped a lot when you have this instant feedback from people on your content, and people started asking where this guy is performing. And I'm like, what do you mean performing? There's an idea. Maybe I can do a show.
Were you nervous the first time you did a show?
Oh yeah, no, I'll never be able to have a look at that DVD again. It's just everyone else can, but for me personally, it was cringe because you can tell where you were having difficulty and that this was a total new avenue.
Do you? Well, let's just be honest now. Do you sometimes still have those shows when you look back and you think, okay, that was not my greatest?
I try and, they always say you're always as good as your last gig, right? So I try and be the best on every single performance, but I still have those moments on stage where I'm like, why did I choose this as a career? It's way easier to go and do other things.
Kevin, your characters that you portray on social media, I'm not going to say stereotypical, but they're based on rather stereotypical kind of characters that we all can associate with, and we've all met them before.
Yes.
How did you get to these characters? Did that woman on the telephone really irritate you that much?
A lot of time in solitude, a long lockdown. Personal experience. And I think when you see one be successful, even by chance, then I guess it's motivating to see, okay, who else, you know, can we identify with? What other experiences can I draw on that people relate to? And especially in South Africa, where you just have millions of different people and characters and situations to draw on, it makes it fun.
And these characters, obviously, in your show that you're doing now on stage, these characters take on a bit of a life of their own. But it's not a stand-up comedy show per se. How do you? I mean, do these characters? Do they have the ability to improvise slightly with the audience and grow a little on stage? How do you work it out?
Yeah, I like that you said that because I love stand-up comedy, and this is a comedy show, but we're trying to evolve and create a space that's a little bit unique. And I think that is a combination of theatrics and just the general physical theater that people could see in any sort of, I guess, Broadway show, and meeting that with comedy and characters. So I will try and, you know, embody that character on stage, deliver that, but then tell a story. And then somewhere within that, you have audience heckling, you have feedback, and then you can kind of jump from one to the other. And I've done that now recently as well in my opening nights in Gauteng, and it worked very, very well. But I think people are appreciating the journey because there's music, there's dance, I'm trying to do it all in one. Maybe a bit too much.
Kevin, tell us about the new show, Africa's a Feeling.
Yes, Africa is a feeling indeed. And I think, you know, we've always got so much to draw on in this country that we go through every day. But for me in particular, this tour that we're starting off in South Africa, I wanted to celebrate the things that make us who we are. I wanted to celebrate the wonderful things that we find in our culture every day, and possibly also remind people, hey, wow, we are beautiful, why we are unique. And it's a huge comparison to be able to come back after touring overseas and remind people of those things, because I've certainly been reminded overseas on my travels why we are so awesome. So it's all things celebration, and it's really bringing that to stage. So there's a few surprises for people that come to the show when they see the production.
Let me ask you this, because based on your show, our social media question today is, what is your favorite thing about Africa? What is your favorite thing about Africa?
Oof, it's just, I almost want to say it's like the back chat, just the gees. Like we always have something to say to one another. We always have a comment and a little subliminal understanding between one another. And I think that coincides with how we can be a little bit sarcastic and have a bit of banter. And I think that comes from a place where we've had difficulty. We've had all these different circumstances thrown at us. So we, a boer maak 'n plan. We always are making it happen for ourselves. And I think that's the biggest thing I love about this country and our people, is our ability to just banter and always make a plan. Yeah.
Tell us about the feedback you've had in Gauteng now. You are moving further abroad, not abroad, but in the rest of the country later on. But you've been in Gauteng now with the show. What's the feedback been like?
It's been incredible, and to be able to have the meet and greets as well with some of the audience has been fantastic. You'll have a guy come up to you, he's dead serious. He's like, "Yo, Kevin, that was the funniest thing I've seen in such a long time. I'm definitely going to come back again. And my wife just introduced me to you." And that's the greatest feedback I can get, because usually that's what happens. So yeah, that's usually what happens. Good feedback, but people just leaving feeling happy and satisfied. So that's great.
And you're traveling the country. I mean, 1st of December you're in East London,
Yes.
in Kuier, the 2nd of December, the 8th of December in Durban, Cape Town 16 December. Well, that's the day after the president's holiday, so it'll be packed. It's a proper tour.
Yeah. It's we committed to a lot, and very excited. Yeah, this weekend we've got obviously East London and Kuier, and then on to the others. And very, very excited about what that brings with the audience. And after that, we're on to Africa as well, regional Africa, which will be fantastic, to really spread the message of what we're all about, and put a spotlight on our continent.
Kevin, if someone for some reason has never seen any of your things, never watched it, I need a bit of a list marker key. So one of those characters or something, just, gooi it a little bit so we can see.
Well, the thing is, at the moment, I'm currently sitting in Sandton, and it's just so beautiful and opulent. And you find a lot of people here that are just, living their best lives. So we try and deliver some of those cool characters on stage. There's a first hint for you.
Their best lives. That's pragtig, want dis wat hulle doen. Hulle lewe sulke wonderlike lewens. Ja.
Ja, maar Afrikaans is nie die beste nie, but ek sal probeer on stage. Yes, thank you, sorry.
Yeah.
Kevin, lastly, what is your message to South Africans over this festive season?
My message, I would say, look, festive season, right? We know how to do it. So celebrate responsibly, my fellow South Africans, because we know how to take it one step too far. So let's celebrate responsibly and have a wonderful holiday. We deserve it.
Absolutely. Kevin, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck with the tour. And thank you for making South Africans just laugh again.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Pierre and Jennifer.
Dit is natuurlijk Kevin Fraser. Kyk, gaan loer gerus na daai datums. Hy toer die hele land plat waar jy natuurlik kan kyk. Africa is a feeling.